Hi everyone, Pat Winter here, and today I am sharing my 5th flower garden journal series. It is Peony, and what I've been doing this summer is picking a specific flower and creating a journal with that theme. And on the cover I've been using a little bit of silk ribbon embroidery to represent the specific flower. And they're all hardcover journals that are covered with a fabric and a lace, and then the photo on the front and silk ribbon embroidery. And this one is going to be the last flower journal for a while, because I want to do a couple of sea-themed journals, because it's just been so hot here every single day in the Midwest, and I just am in the mood to do a beach and sea themed journal. So today I wanted to mention some of the kits that I purchased to use in this specific journal. When I first started hunting for peony material, I couldn't find much, but as I kept going, I went down the rabbit hole and found a lot. So just to mention a few alongside of some pieces that I've already had. Daisy Dreams Revisited, Sweetvintageprints, NightingaleCrafty, whimzypapercraft, dreamypaperart, cococreativecollage, makerbunnyprintable, ctrlartcanc, wildjewellrydesigns, valiacraftstudio, Iralamijashop, funinkartcoloring, catscuriocreations, and darlingchickadee. Yeah, that's a lot of kits. I didn't use everything in each of them, but some of the kits was like a specimen card, a peony paperclip, a bouquet. Well, you'll see when I get in here. So the lighting is not great this today. So here we go. Hopefully it is. Let's see if it's, yeah. Okay, here we go. So under the cover, as the person who adopted this will, as she uses it, it will open up better. It's just still stiff from, you know, if you make journals, you know. So anyway, this is a photo of a lady in her garden, and this is Sarah Lee Armstrong. I keep watching her videos. Sarah Lee, thank you so much for making the videos. I get up early in the morning and I go downstairs on the big screen and watch your videos, and I am learning so much. I'm not good at your stuff yet, but I'm learning. And then late in the night when my husband goes to sleep, sometimes I click on the YouTube on TV, and it's just really enjoyable. So this, I just learned how to do this a couple days ago. This card keeps everything secure, like a lock. And you open the front. Oh, let's put this, open the front. Well, you're supposed to be able, there we go. And then there's a little pocket here, and I believe she put a pocket over here, but I didn't. And so here's the garden that you will walk into to see the peonies and all the flowers. However, it is a extra writing space. And then you flip it up. I believe she flipped hers down. And then there's a little space, or a large space actually, if you're a sketcher, that you can sketch or, you know, just write in general. And I think she put she decorated this and might have put a pocket, I'm not sure, but you'll have to see. Sarah Lee Armstrong. And her accent is so lovely. Very enjoyable. The journals she makes are amazing. They're pieces of works of art, basically, because They're very, very interactive. The ideas are endless. So a little of Amity Bloom's washi tape, which she's coming out with some new washi designs and offering her older designs pretty soon. So keep an eye out on Amity Bloom. Under this little secret pocket is just a piece of tracing paper printed with some music. And here is the paperclip Daisy Dreams Revisited. It's a series. There's all kinds of flowers in it, but this one was the peony. So I made it so you could write a little note on the back. And this is a sticker garden journal, and this is from Graphics Fairy. And she can put it in here if she wants to, or not. But it's there. In this little pocket, it's just a little envelope with a couple of journaling cards, small journaling cards of peonies. And I've got to tell you why a lot of journal makers don't use tabs on every page. And the reason I do it, I'm going to explain, because a couple of people have asked. They said that they really like it, and they just want to know why I do it. Because my mother she gets to see all of the journals before I mail them off. And I noticed way back that she was missing pages, and she just was kind of fumbling, and some pages would stick together because, they're freshly printed and everything. So I decided to either put a tab, it's just so much easier to capture each page, put a tab or a piece of lace or trim on every single page, unless it's a short one, and then I don't bother because you can see it and you know to turn it. Anyway, it's just something I do, and that's my explanation. I am tab happy, okay? Let me have that. So on some of the tabs I do put vintage lace, and here's a little trowel and a garden rake, which I'm sure all gardeners are aware of. Beautiful papers. I don't know which papers are from which designer. If you need to know, if you ask me pretty soon, I still have them, in order, so I can tell you exactly what papers are from what designer. This is just like a hair clip that I rusted, and I put a piece of French sequin trim. Just instead of a paper clip, I just thought I'd do something different. And in this vintage doily, it's just a nice large piece of paper to write on. And this just keeps it secure. Whoops. And in this little pocket, I just have a couple of journaling cards. He needs a little thing. I'm going to set him aside. And some tags. And Edith Holden. What I've been doing with these also is I will take a page from Edith Holden's books and put the month that I completed the journal in. So I have done that to each of the Flower Garden journals series. See, that's just a beautiful picture of peony. I wish my peonies were still in bloom because I would have a vase of them, but they went out before I started making this. And I put a little bit of bling on this lace trim. I don't use a lot of bling. I like it in other people's journals. I just don't use a lot of it, unless it's like a boho design. Some vintage music sheet, If You Pass Through My Garden. I thought that was pretty, and it should be a centerpiece. And I did leave lots of space to journal. A little tag. I just saw this on somebody's that I didn't recognize the name, and I should have written it down. But I thought that was a cute idea. I just used a little Velcro and a vintage mother of pearl button closure. Some big tags. This kit came with tons of stuff. It's a little brighter than what I was planning on using, but I like that pop of color. And this, I believe, is the loaded tag by makerbunnyprintables, I think. I think that's who this is from. And it had tons more stuff. But I just chose the ones that I liked. And the reason I added these, because the person can like glue them a little in the corner and use them as a tuck spot, or journal on the back, a little date or a secret note or something. And then a couple more, here's a little ticket, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's who this is from. And this is a place to put your own, a photo maybe of your garden, or a picture of, you know, your family in the garden, your mother, grandmother, your children. And here's a couple of pages, pretty writing papers. I just put a little pink backing paper for journaling on the back. Here's a little heart with my favorite vintage lace. Another beautiful peony picture. And this pocket, I just put this here so she knows that this is a pocket to hold her own secret little things, her notes or receipts from gardening from the nursery. And put a little seed packet or something in there. Some tracing paper in pink, it's a receipt. And this pocket holds a couple of pretty peony journaling cards. I love that one. And this is just some pictures of beautiful gardens for journaling cards. I just printed a pale pink on the back. Let's see. And this watering can with peonies in it holds these sweet little, simple little peony cards. You can send thank yous or something to someone, jot a little note, put them in maybe with a bouquet of flowers that you just picked from your garden and took to a neighbor to brighten her day, or maybe to a hospital. And this little envelope, it's one of my, I can't think who it is. Dodie? No, I don't know who it is. But it's just a sweet little envelope. I wish I could think who it is. And it just has a couple little cute journaling cards in it. This is from this is from Gail from Shabby Cottage Studio, I think. I think it's from one of her kits, one of her newer kits, I think. Sorry, Gail, if it's not. This has a couple little journaling cards behind this cloche with peonies in it, and then it's just a tuck spot. And then a tiny piece of Velcro in the corner for a secret little spot to write a note. But if you can't see, you can't open it when this is there. So anyway, I turned this, the stages of peony blooms. I just took this off of Pinterest and added a couple of pretty peony cards. And this page opens for some writing space. This is a vintage, rag paper from an old book. I used some of Amity Bloom's washi tape, and this can be removed. It just has photo corners to write on the back. This one as well. There's 2 photos. I love this one. Well, I love all of them actually. Oh, get in there. And some more Amity Bloom. And this has a vintage piece of French lace on vintage music sheet. And it's a journaling card. It's just tucked behind this with a piece of vintage lace. And over here is another piece of that rag paper, blank, that you can watercolor or draw. And this is a little how-to to sketch out and then draw the different stages of painting a watercolor peony. And this flips out. This is from a book, English or Great Britain, I don't know. It's from a book that my friend Leslie gave me. And it is actually, I found a page in it that was actually about peonies and dividing them and so forth. And I thought it needed to be in here. And on this side, I just put a tag, place to write, some vintage lace, and some ledger paper. And this little girl, she has a little golden butterfly with diamonds in it. And I just use it as a tuck spot. And I put a ticket that I cut some coffee stained paper and turned it into like a little notepad. And here's another large bright journaling card tucked behind this vintage lace, and just another little card to jot a note or a date on. Just a simple little tag. I really like those paintings. There's a piece of vintage lace. And a little more bling. And this little jar of peonies is a secret little spot to jot a note on the envelope flap. Some graphing paper. And these are avocado dyed cardstock that I used as tag. They're just very plain Jane, and I took a piece of acetate and printed on it this little girl with flowers and this old building, and I'm imagining behind her house there's a nice garden full of peonies. So I just used that as a pocket. And just put pretty peonies on it. A piece of vintage music paper. Aren't these pretty? These cottages with peonies, just filled with peonies. Here's a little paper clip with a dimensional butterfly with the stamen antenna and some embroidered flowers. Secrets in Every Petal. That's from Amity Bloom tape. And on the other side is a little watering can with peonies in it, a little bit of bling, and a pretty card backed in coffee stained paper. Oh, this is mulberry paper. I just printed a pretty design on that. Several of the Polaroids, all with beautiful peonies. And I don't know who this is from. They remind me of Sam Poole's Polaroids, but these are all peonies. They're just so pretty. And here's a little flower and a little acrylic leaf and some vintage lace for a little bling, a little tassel. And somebody made that. Oh, who did I see? Was it Sarah Lee Armstrong? Oh, I don't know, but it's butterflies punched. I have a paper punch that I never use, and I saw it and I ran up and made it. And then just printed out a couple of, on linen paper, a couple of pages to write on, and a doily that I just bent over the edge and just add a little safety pin with a crystal, and it just holds a simple journaling card. Another paper clip has a little bee, and it has a basket of flower charm, and it just holds a oh, let's see, it goes around the front, a long envelope, which I thought is so neat, that the recipient can put her receipts in or whatever she wants. On the other side, it has a little, it says junk journal, little tag, little charm, and another removable Polaroid. And these are just a couple of papers from a vintage book. On this page, we have a couple of tags. And I think another Polaroid. Yeah, another Polaroid. And in here we have a small tag. And this, excuse me, isn't that beautiful? I love that. I love that. So it had to be the center, and I printed it on mulberry paper, and it is so soft. It's really a pretty paper. Pretty image. And here's another paper clip. I don't know if that's from the same one, but it has a little tiny little tag in it. It's holding a Polaroid on this side, and the other side has a little letter or postcard. And in here, a little one of the paper clips, hidden paper clips, and it has a lady that I did that brown paper to. I'm not good at that, but I think it looks interesting. And this is the lady in her peony garden, and this is her handkerchief, because if you're a gardener, you know you have to keep a handkerchief or a paper towel or something tucked down your bosom, because it gets kind of hot out there, and you can't trust birds these days, so you can't very well cool off in the bird bath. So here's just a little charm with some beaded or some golden trim. Another Polaroid, and I decorated this with some half pearls, make it a little more feminine. And on this side with the pocket, I found this bouquet greeting card. I was going to write in it to the new owner of this book, but it was so cute, I thought I'm just going to leave it and let her, she can give it or she can do whatever she wants with it. But you can undo this, and inside you have two peonies and a little card. Isn't that cute? I printed pink on the other side so she could write her own notes on it, but she could fill this with anything she wants, but I just thought that was so cute as a gift card. So I printed the envelope and just put it in there blank so she can do what she wants with it. Okay, it was fitting very well. Now what's going on? Okay, let's put it in the right way. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, I just tucked it in. Sorry for the fiddling. There we go. So she can use it, she can send it, she can do whatever she wants with it. But I thought that was so much fun. Little tuck spot, little peony tuck spot. Little peony filled watering can on a vintage table doily. And another little hidden paper clip with a copper butterfly and a crystal charm. And that holds a tiny little envelope that she can put whatever she wants in it. This is a vintage envelope that I just left alone. It's from Michigan, Mason, Michigan. I put a Wisdom of Poets, from a poetry book, just an old poetry book. And I thought she was so pretty and just so simple, and her hair's all up so she can garden freely without it falling in her face. That's the story of my life. You'll see me in a bun or a ponytail all the time, because if I'm outside, I'm working or swimming. Another little peony holding a little journaling card. And this contraption, it's, have you ever started on something and it just kept not doing what you wanted, so it kept growing? Well, that's what this did. And if I would have thought, I could have put this up there and it would have like been a cross. This looks like an upside down cross, which it's not supposed to be. Anyway, it's a beautiful vintage lace. It's a thicker lace, so I'm not sure what this is called. And I put a little piece of Velcro, a little flower to represent a peony, silk or satin ribbon flower. And this folio, this I know is from catscuriocreations. And I just love this vase, and with the peonies in it. But this folio in this front pocket, I just filled it with a lot of journaling cards. And then you open it, and there's more journaling cards in this double pocket. And then on the back, you have more journaling cards, and then a nice place for a large piece of paper. Let's just stick that there. And I just thought it was so pretty, I had to get it. And it could be useful, or she could give it as a gift. She could fill it with notes and whatever she wants and give it as a gift. And that's it. I used the simple closure that I had just learned a couple months ago. I did put a vintage piece of lace. It came from I think it was a table runner, and it had several of these, and it's nice and sturdy, so I thought it'd be a good place to rest on. So that is Peony. I hope you enjoyed her, and I hope you enjoyed all of the flower garden series so far. This is number 5, although it's number 6 because I did make 2 of one other one. So the next ones will be beach, sea theme. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for those who subscribe, and if you hit the like button, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all the sweet comments, and even the ones you send in private and you think you're not supposed to. Yeah, you can. It's okay. I enjoy them all. I appreciate it. You take your time and view what I have created, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much, and I hope you all are well and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.